Hey, it's me. Well, 2050 me at least. So, I got a chance to send you this message and, well, here goes. Alright, 34 years ago, I remember everything clearly. A lot of things happened and I tend to spend a lot of time reminiscing. Nothing really changed about you, you just did what you thought you'd do. Everything during this time is pretty much the same. We all enjoy a good drink and we all love good food. I mean, even your friends are the same. Don't worry about them. They're still around. Alright, so even more of our lives right now are centered around technology. But don't expect flying cars or anything too fancy like that. But something interesting is me being able to send you this message in the first place. It's 2050 and things are sort of hectic. I can't really reveal too many things because that could be disastrous, but then again, so can this whole message in the first place. Alright, so things are chaotic and I have to first start by saying thank you. If you remember in humanities, you had to write current event logs pretty often. You might not realize it now, but believe me, after having to look for interesting things to write about every week, you developed a keen eye for important and interesting news. I'll tell you this, you're a doctor aboard a cruise ship. You miss out on experiencing a lot of things while traveling, so believe me, your attention to current events helped you stay informed, which also brings me to your paideas. I remember hating them, but still doing them for a grade. You don't get how important communication is for a doctor. You're seen as an important person on the ship. You're treated as well as high-up military officers here. People from all over with different stories come, and it was definitely a good thing you got a chance to practice your speaking. But I mean, come on. With every good message, there has to be some bad. I can tell you that you're lucky you met your husband very early on in life. All of the non-poetic things have been said already. It's hard to show your emotions and the depth of how you feel without speaking figuratively. Work on that, please. You might be able to rhyme a bit and make things sound good, but in the end, words are just pretty without putting your feelings in it, right? Alright, so to switch the topic a bit, do you remember that water mini project you did in STEM class? Well, of course you do. That wasn't very long ago for you, after all. Your solution was to use dish soap to break down the oily substance in pipes. I can tell you that in your science class in the future, you gain a professor's respect by suggesting that very same solution to a small town experiencing the same problem. Your note-taking skills in STEM class also help catch attention of many people. The small pictures to help you understand what your notes meant actually does help you remember information. So remember that for the future. So MPX as a whole was an interesting class. I still think about that magazine project we had in Miss Karn's class. Every time I get an offer to do a design or some kind of techie job, I always think about that and how I hated doing that 24-page project. You sort of burn out on digital media. As of now, I know you're still attached to your traditional pencil and paper art, but let me tell you this, get over yourself. You're going to regret not trying harder in this field. As a doctor aboard a cruise ship, you have a lot of free time when you're not on board. So sitting at home all day, you're going to wish you had the skill set to accept the little tech jobs to make a little bit of extra money. Your 2 kids and husband would appreciate it. But hey, speaking of kids and husband, I have to say, your little artist journal you kept in that same class is also quite a hit with your adorable little daughter. She absolutely loves the idea. She never leaves the house without it. It's so cute watching her take notes on even the littlest things. Whether it's about how nice a day is or even some commercial she saw online. She's always jotting down little notes and drawing little pictures. Your son also keeps an artist journal, but he doesn't really possess as much talent in the artistic field. But it doesn't matter. His teachers love his note-taking and it helps keep him a little more engaged in life. So I guess that's one upside to the class. So I guess if I had to share one regret with you, one of my biggest ones happened to be that I never did any extracurricular activities when I was your age. Seriously, I know exactly how you think and how you feel, and quite frankly, I know that you can't be bothered to do anything. I find it hard to even bring myself to tell you this because I know how depressed you'll end up feeling. Anyways, here goes. Your kids, Luna and Alexander, they both at some point ask you about your childhood and teenage years. Hey Mom, what's it like when you were a teenager? What did you do? What sports did you play? What kinds of things did you do for fun? And God, having no interesting story to share with them really sucks. You must remember the wonderful stories your father brings up to you, don't you? Imagine never getting an answer when you asked him such questions. Your grades might be decent enough to get you into a good college, but no one wants to give scholarships and extra opportunities to somebody who doesn't even go out there and do something with their lives. I can't force you to work on this, though, especially because me right now doesn't even have the motivation to do it. But just consider it. Make me a better person. Anyways, I have to cut this a bit short. These messages are sort of expensive to send, and I gotta keep it between 5 to 8 minutes. I don't want to pay any more than I have to. Enjoy yourself, Gianna. Don't worry, you're gonna do great things. Just don't go trying to pursue a singing career. Trust me, it's gonna be a year of your life wasted. Well, I'll see you in 34 years, hopefully a lot better off than I am now. Bye-bye.